Good afternoon. My name is David Broudy. I'm a member of the board of the Netherwood Park Neighborhood Association. And in a sense, I'm representing the Summer Park Neighborhood Association because Mopsy Matthews suggested that I take a bit of the time today to talk with you about the public health implications of development. I work for the Department of Health, but I'm not speaking for the Department of Health this afternoon. Public health vision of the world is changing. We spend a lot of time doing STDs, tuberculosis, flu, what have you. But you're hearing daily that there's an epidemic of obesity. That the obesity is related to a plethora of other illnesses and diseases, problems, heart disease, cancers, and so forth. And we, the medical community, are at a loss for how to prevent, how to address these things. But the green spaces that we're talking about are part of the prevention. And the reason I'm here today is because increasingly we're seeing that if we want to prevent heart disease, we have to look at the built environment. What the gentleman from Decker and Associates are proposing, what the university is proposing. We have choices to make, and how we make those choices is going to affect the health of all of us and the people who live here. So originally I thought that we were going to be talking about a fairly narrow thing about the road crossing the golf course, the Barron Fairways. I'm pleased to hear that that isn't on the plan currently. But I want to emphasize, as did the previous speaker, Mr. Friedlander, that this is a valuable resource. It's a gem, not just for our neighborhoods all around, but for the community. And in the same sense that the streets in New York, everyone stops at Central Park, and they preserve the space for recreation and multiple uses, we should preserve the green space here. And not only preserve it, but extend it and find ways to make it more available to our communities, not to be continually, every 3 months we're here, defending this space against the onslaught of development. The last time we were here, it was about new clinics that they wanted to build there. And this time it's about roads and the master plan. But we shouldn't be here every 3 months trying to defend this space, because we should all acknowledge that it's valuable. It's valuable because it makes our land, our neighborhoods pretty, but it's valuable because it preserves our health. What determines whether your children will play? Whether there's a comfortable, accessible, safe place nearby. Coming here from Netherwood Park, I saw half a dozen people walking dogs to and from the park. I work with communities in the Southeast Heights that are struggling for spaces like this. They're putting capital improvement proposals in to get spaces where their children can play safely, where you can walk your dog, go for a run without crossing a street, even mountain bike without having to cross boulevards. So I'm here as an advocate for public health, as an advocate for including the health perspective in planning the built environment. The built environment is something we control. It's not the natural environment. We can build an environment that makes our communities safe, gives us, our children, places to walk, enhances in the way we create these pathways and walkways the desire to do the exercise that prevents the chronic disease, that if we don't prevent, costs us millions of dollars more. So on behalf of the neighborhoods that I represent and the view that our built environment should make us healthy and conducive to exercise, play, and multiple uses, I encourage you to look at plans that don't put roads through the green spaces, that don't continually assault the spaces that we have, and as the other speakers have suggested, that preserve the spaces that we already have. Thank you.